Hello, and welcome. I'm Dakota Burnside, and I wrote a story called The Story of Ritoreo. Before we go any further, I want to be clear about what this is and what it isn't. This podcast isn't an audiobook. It's not a pitch, and it's definitely not me trying to sound like I've got everything figured out. Think of this as a quiet space, a place for small reflections, simple letters, and the kinds of moments that actually shape a life. I wanted to start this before the book is even out because I didn't want to rush past the reason the story exists in the first place. I wanted to slow down and talk about the heart of it, love that doesn't burn out but grows, a life that's still becoming, not one that's finally arrived. Family, legacy, and those everyday scenes that don't look dramatic from the outside, but somehow change everything on the inside. Each episode is going to be short, more like a letter than a performance. A note to anyone who's out there building a life day by day, choosing love again and again, or trying to believe that their story counts, even if it feels ordinary. This is Letters from the Hearth, and I'm genuinely glad you're here. So, for this very first episode, I want to tell you the truth about why I wrote the story of Ritoreo. I didn't write it because I thought the world was missing one more book. I wrote it because I was trying to understand love. Not the kind you see in movies. Not the best moment montage kind. I mean the kind of love that shows up when you're worn out. The kind that doesn't demand perfection, but asks for presence. The kind that keeps deciding over and over to stay honest, to stay kind, to stay committed. The kind that grows quietly while nobody's watching. Ritoreo's story is, in a lot of ways, about a life built the slow way. One normal day at a time. It's about falling in love, yes. But even more than that, it's about what happens after. The work that begins when the excitement fades and real life walks in, carrying laundry and worries and unfinished conversations. The work of choosing each other when it would be easier to drift. The work of building something that lasts. There's a line in the book that keeps coming back to me. It says, "Legacy isn't what you leave behind. It's what you live every day." That sentence came from a question I couldn't stop asking myself. What kind of life do I want my future to remember? Not what kind of success. Not what kind of image. What kind of life? What kind of love? What kind of everyday choices? And that's part of why this podcast exists. Because the story didn't feel finished on the page alone. Some stories need space around them. They need a voice and a breath and a few moments of silence where you can sit with what it's really saying. So I want to make room for that here. If you're listening right now and you've ever wondered whether ordinary love is enough, I made this for you. If you've ever worried that the small choices don't matter, or that your life